Kava is a drug made from the roots of a plant in the pepper family. It can be made into a powder or capsules, but is usually prepared as a drink. Kava has been grown and consumed across the Pacific for over 3,000 years. It has traditionally been used for ceremonial, recreational, and medicinal purposes. Kava is not a problem for the majority of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. What we know from surveys is that nationally only around 1 in 100 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people use kava. Concerns about kava use are restricted to a small number of communities in Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory. Kava was originally introduced to Arnhem Land in the 1980s, following a cultural exchange between the Yolngu people and the Fijian community. It was thought that kava might provide an alternative to alcohol and reduce alcohol-related harms. Throughout the 1980s, kava spread to other communities in East and West Arnhem Land, and it continues to be used mostly in these 8 locations. The most recent research about kava use among Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people comes from studies conducted throughout the late 80s to early 2000s. This research showed that drinking kava was more common among men than women. Typically, around half of the men in these 8 Arnhem Land communities drank it. Worryingly, the people who did drink kava often did so at levels which could harm their health and well-being. People report that in small amounts, drinking kava has effects like relaxing muscles, reducing stress, improving a person's mood, and making them feel sociable. Long-term use of kava, however, can lead to a range of health problems. Research from Arnhem Land has shown a link between kava and health problems like a scaly skin rash known as crocodile skin, damage to liver function, red or watery eyes, loss of appetite leading to malnutrition and weight loss, cardiovascular problems and shortness of breath, and lack of energy. There are also concerns about the use of kava in combination with other drugs, especially alcohol. Taking these 2 substances together can change the way that they're absorbed into the body, or sometimes lead to damage to liver function. In addition to the health impacts caused by kava, the drug also affects families and communities. It is linked to family troubles and arguments, issues with money, problems with the police, and a drop in community and cultural activities. There is a lot that can be done to tackle the harms to health, families, and communities caused by kava. To date, the focus has been on reducing supply of kava to affected communities. There have been 6 different periods of regulation in Arnhem Land, including when it has been unregulated, licensed, illegal, and under import restrictions. Community action can be key to tackling kava use, like communities imposing kava bans. While this hasn't always worked in Arnhem Land, elders and the Western Australian government successfully stopped kava from taking hold in communities in the Kimberley. In order for any measure to be successful, there needs to be extensive engagement and partnership with communities, adequate funding, and evaluations to find out what interventions, guidelines, and health promotion resources actually work to reduce harmful kava use. Any measure to decrease drug use must be accompanied by efforts to address the reasons why people misuse drugs in the first place, including focusing on self-determination, education, health, employment, and housing.